Hi, it's Dara here in my little studio in Cochrane, Alberta, and kind of summer came back. It's really fun. We just had like a burst of fall weather last week and it got really cold and everybody was staying inside, and now the past couple of days it's like sunny again and warm and you can walk outdoors, so I'm gonna head out for a little hike soon. But I wanted to give you guys an update on my year-long project with Julie Gibbons called Mandala Magic, because although I am a little bit behind in the stages, I was able to complete stage 6, which I don't know, I had started it a couple of times and got really stuck in it. And I think because it actually looks at the tension between two sides, so kind of the yin yang and the black and white images of things that are happening in our lives, which is that's how I explored it. And she had an invitation to do a yin yang mandala, which I did, which was really fun to do. But also she had an invitation to create mandala collage, where you think about a dilemma in your life and collage both sides of the dilemma. And it was really neat. I found it so powerful because even as I created both sides, I kind of forgot which side was dark and which side was light, because as Julie talks about, the light and dark go together and neither one is good or bad. And kind of the idea of working through the dilemma is that you might see a greater answer or not. But either way, they're really fun to make. And this is what came out of mine. Then I painted the outside black and white. And it's kind of a quick exercise, actually, once I got started. But I'm going to do more of those because I just found it really neat, really quick and fun to do and accessible, and at the same time kind of powerful to work through a little dilemma that way. And then, of course, as you can see there, I've got figures that I've been making for each stage. So there's 5 of them behind me. And when I made this one, I totally loved it, because at first I was trying to make an exact yin yang symbol, and I was going to have black and white on either sides. And at first I was going to put the yellow and blue fabric underneath and then cover it with black and white fabric. And I actually didn't have any black or white fabric left. And part of my challenge this year too was to actually use materials that I have in my studio. So it's one of the personal challenges I gave myself. And so I started with this gorgeous turquoise fabric, and then it just felt like the two sides were really integrating and that it didn't need to be so defined. So this is what happened. So she's my figure and I just totally love it. This is so fun when you like your own work, eh? But it's not in the sense that I think it's like a beautiful looking finished piece. It's that the process was so fun, and I just like that how she turned out. And I'm really, as I'm moving through each of the stages, I'm really learning to let go and truly enjoy the process too, which is definitely what I practice in my workshops. But I have to keep practicing it myself too. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And also, I was reading a book on creativity called Let the Elephants Run by David Usher. And my mom actually left it for me to read when she was here, because she thought it was quite creative. And I felt like when I was going through it that I've read quite a few different books on creativity, so I didn't feel like I was learning anything particularly new, but it was a good review. And then I got to the page that really stood out for me, and it's Ship It. And when I got to that page, I was like, oh, it felt like a real message, because I just finished creating an e-course called Spirit Doll with a Story. So it's all tidied up and ready to go out. And I'm a little stuck now. So I just have to breathe and put it up on my website and ship it out. So that's my next stage. So I will link to that when it's ready. But in the meantime, I'd love to hear what you're creating and what you're noticing in your creative projects. it's always a pleasure to hear from you guys. Thanks so much for listening and being part of my processes and the projects that I work on. Thank you. Bye.